Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is April 23rd, 2023, and a new refereeing survey shows the total discontent of La Liga's clubs with the current Spanish refereeing. Also, Lionel Messi has been spotted in the city of Barcelona. And finally, the club are still unsure on whether they're going to sign someone for the right back position come this summer. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a reminder to hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way in helping this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jersey or merchandise, make sure you hit the kickback where they just informed me that they have added new Barcelona items. So make sure you check it out. The link is down below in the description. Now I'll begin with the huge news that Barcelona defeated Atletico Madrid earlier today at the Spotify Camp Nou 1-0 with the goal of Ferran Torres. And with this, Barcelona took home 3 crucial points in the race for La Liga's title. Now, this was a very important win for Barcelona, as Atletico de Madrid were the most complicated match that Barcelona had left in this last stretch of the season, as Atletico de Madrid were the best performing team since the end of the World Cup, as they had gone 13 matches unbeaten, with the last match that they had lost was back in January at the hands of Barcelona, and they had also won their last 6 matches. Now, this victory was also very important because Real Madrid had won their respective match yesterday 2-0 and had cut the distance between them and Barcelona to 8 points. And had Barcelona lost today and failed to add points, then they would have been in the red zone, because 8 points is not a big margin or not a big difference between first and second place, and that could have signaled to Real Madrid that they were still in La Liga's race. Now, another reason why this victory was very important, because Barcelona had dropped 4 points in their last 2 matches against Girona and Getafe. So it was very important for Barcelona to come back, win this match, and show everyone that we are still in La Liga's race and that we are ready to finish this season strong. Now, Barca News held its first post-match analysis live stream as soon as the match ended, where we discussed everything that went on in the match and where we even discussed the players' ratings and the team's performance. So if you are interested, make sure you check out the video on the channel. Now, as I've said before, starting from now, I'm going to be doing a post-match analysis live stream as soon as the match ends. So if you are interested to see what my thoughts are about the Barcelona matches, and if you're interested in joining the discussion, make sure you tune in to the live stream as soon as the Barcelona matches end. Now, this is, of course, in addition to Barca News' already scheduled live streams, which are on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you join into tomorrow's live stream, and hopefully I will see you there. Now, with this victory, Barcelona are now once again 11 points ahead of Real Madrid with 8 matches left in the season, with Barcelona's next match being Rayo Vallecano in the midweek, followed by Real Betis on the weekend, which is when we expect that Ousmane Dembélé will be back. Now, on to the news that La Liga have shared the results of a survey that they conducted amongst Spanish clubs in regards to Spanish refereeing, and it shows that the majority of La Liga's clubs are dissatisfied with the current state of Spanish refereeing in La Liga. Now, this survey was conducted of 42 clubs across the first and second divisions, and 100% of all responding clubs said that their staff and players don't understand the handball rules, and 86% of responding clubs said that they don't understand when the VAR is supposed to intervene. Now, this is a problem that I've talked about in my previous videos, where I said that Spanish refereeing is mediocre because Spanish referees don't seem to apply La Liga's rules or footballing rules consistently across the board, where in one match it could be called a penalty kick, and in a different match the same exact foul under the same exact circumstances is not called a penalty kick. And this is, of course, a big problem that we've seen for quite some time, and we continue to see it week after week all across La Liga's matches. Now, this is a big problem and needs to be addressed by the Spanish league, because it's absolutely unacceptable that in one of the biggest leagues in the world we are having these kind of problems, and referees need to be put through better training so they can better understand the rules and when to apply them correctly. That way we can see some unanimity or some consistency across the board of how referees apply different rules. Now, speaking of these inconsistencies, 90% of responding clubs said that referees should be required to explain controversial decisions at the end of each match, and that these decisions should be accompanied by footage from the VAR and by recordings of the communications between the referees. Now, I've touched about this in previous videos. This is something that Xavi had said, where he said that referees in Spain should be able to hold a press conference after a match ends, just like coaches and players do. And during these press conferences, they need to be able to explain their decisions and also answer questions. And back when Xavi suggested it, I said that that was a great idea, because I think it's important that we see what's the reasoning behind refereeing making certain decisions, because that could give us a better understanding of whether referees know the rule or not, and whether they're applying it consistently or not. So in that case, if we know that referees are applying the rules differently based on their explanations in these post-match press conferences, then La Liga could then go back, either rewrite the rule to make it more clear to referees on how to apply, or retrain the referees on how to apply the current rule. So I think having referees explaining the decision is a great idea, because it would give us a better insight about how these referees understand a particular rule. Now, 88% of all responding clubs suggested that the referees should form their own organization that's independent of the Royal Spanish Football Federation. And 71% of all responding clubs said that they think they're paying too much money to referees compared to what kind of service they're now getting. Now, the whole having a separate organization, an independent organization for referees, is something that we saw for the first time in the Premier League that was established back in 2001. And then the MLS followed suit in 2012. And finally, the Bundesliga followed suit last year. So it seems that Spanish clubs are in favor of this model, where referees have their own organization that's independent of the Football Federation. Now, in regards to this, I really don't have much of an opinion, but I would love to hear from you. Do you think Spanish referees should be ruled by a separate independent organization, or should they stay under the Royal Spanish Football Federation? Drop a comment down below. Now, on to the news that Lionel Messi has been spotted landing in the international airport of Barcelona. This, of course, has given rise to a lot of buzz in the media about whether Lionel Messi will be returning to Barcelona the upcoming season. Now, seeing Lionel Messi in the city of Barcelona, of course, is not something that's newsworthy. His home is still in the city of Barcelona. He still has family and friends in the city of Barcelona. So he constantly visits the city of Barcelona to go to his home or visit his family and friends. But what makes this trip an exception to previous ones is that Lionel Messi was seen arriving with 15 suitcases, and it's only expected that he will be in the city of Barcelona for 2 or 3 days. Now, this, of course, feeds more into the rumors that Messi's intent is to come back to Barcelona, because as I reported in a previous video, it was revealed that he had requested the registration of his kids in their former schools of the city of Barcelona. And now that he's been seen with 15 suitcases, it makes you think that he's probably moving some of his stuff back to his home, because why else would you need 15 suitcases for a 2 or a 3 day stay? Now, of course, as I reported previously, many reporters in Argentina who are very close to Messi's entourage have reported that the Argentinian wants to come back to Barcelona. And when you take into account the whole school registration of his kids and now the 50 suitcases, it's becoming more and more obvious that Messi indeed wants to come back to Barcelona. And of course, the club also wants to sign Lionel Messi next season. And as I reported previously, Javier Tebas has said that he would like to see Lionel Messi back in La Liga. So all the parties seem to want to make this happen. But of course, it's all going to depend on that feasibility plan that Barcelona presented to La Liga yesterday, in which they expect a response by early May. Now, if this feasibility plan is approved, then Barcelona will be given more maneuver to operate in the summer, and that includes signing Lionel Messi and other players. Now, speaking of signing players in the summer, it seems that the club are still not sure on whether they're going to be signing a player for the right back position. Now, I've seen a lot of reports say opposite things in the media, with some saying that Barcelona will be signing someone for the right back position, and others saying that Barcelona are not going to be signing anyone. And the truth is that It's neither here nor there. Barcelona are still not sure whether they're going to be able to sign someone for the right back position. Now, Barcelona have several positions that they know they need to reinforce, including the center forward position, the pivot position, the interior position, the right back position, and maybe some wingers as well. But given that the right back position does have a solution right now with both Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo and even Sergio Roberto being able to play in those positions, then Barcelona have put the right back position on the lower priority list. And for now, they're not too sure whether they're going to be reinforcing it or not. And it's all going to depend on how much margin they're given by La Liga to work with in the summer. If they're only given a small margin to sign players, then they're going to prioritize other positions. But they're given a bigger margin, then of course, the right back position will be included. Now, Xavi, as I reported previously, wants Juan Foyth from Villarreal, but given that Villarreal wants 60 million for the Argentinian, that makes it very difficult for Barcelona to be able to sign the Argentinian. So we're gonna have to see what ends up happening. And again, it's all gonna depend on the feasibility plan and whether La Liga approves it or not, and how much margin Barcelona are giving to work with in the summer. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Peace, Barça.